Why does your mind replay the same thought again and again, even when nothing new has happened? Some scientists say your mind repeats certain thoughts over and over. Most of them you never chose. They just arrive, and they stay. Maybe it's a mistake from last week. Maybe it's a worry about tomorrow. Your mind picks it up, again and again, almost like it's stuck. This is exhausting. You haven't moved, but your mind feels tired, like it's been working all day. Today, we look at one small habit that can quiet a loud mind anytime this feeling shows up. So, here's today's habit. Small. You can use it anytime, not just at one fixed part of your day. Whenever your mind feels too loud, take a 10-minute walk without your phone. That's the habit. Simple. But first, let's look at a few other small habits, ones that also help a busy, overthinking mind. Stop comparing yourself to others on social media. What you see there is rarely the full picture. Most people share only their best moments, never the ordinary ones. Learn to say no sometimes. This protects your time and energy. Saying yes to everything often means saying no to your own rest. Take care of your body. Enough sleep, enough water, food that makes you feel good. Your mind and body are more connected than they seem. On hard days, this matters even more. A tired, dry, hungry body makes overthinking feel worse, not better. Set a simple daily routine. Give your mind some steady structure. It doesn't need to be strict. Even a loose pattern helps. A steady routine doesn't need rules or schedules written down anywhere. It just needs a few things that happen, roughly, in the same order. Write down a few thoughts when your head feels too full. Sometimes a thought only needs to be seen, not solved, just seen. Paper doesn't judge and it doesn't argue back. It just holds the thought so your mind doesn't have to. Find a hobby just for you, no goal, just enjoyment. A hobby with no pressure attached gives your mind a break from always being useful or productive. That break matters more than it seems. Accept that you don't have to be perfect. In your work, your body, your day, perfection is a heavy standard. Almost nobody meets it. Letting go of that standard, even a little, often feels like putting down something heavy you didn't realize you were carrying. Choose friends who bring good energy, not people who drain it. The people around you shape your daily mood more than you think. Notice how you feel after time with different people. That feeling is worth paying attention to. Break big goals into small steps. A goal that feels too big often never starts at all. Small steps feel possible. Big goals, seen all at once, often feel too heavy to even begin. Out of all of these, today we go deep into one. Taking a short walk without your phone whenever your mind feels loud. Why this one? Out of 9. Because it doesn't need a fixed time, a special place, or any extra tools. It simply needs a body that can walk and a mind that's ready for a small break. Here's the question we're answering today. Why does walking without your phone quiet a loud mind faster than almost anything else? By the end, you'll understand why this works, and you'll have one clear action to try. The next time your mind feels too loud, no complicated theory, No long list of steps. Just one small action, ready for whenever a loud moment shows up. This isn't about fixing everything about how you think. It's about one small action, for one moment. You don't need equipment, no app, no plan, just a body that can walk, and a phone you leave behind. Let's start with the part almost everyone struggles with. Let's talk about why this is hard, because it is hard, and that's very normal. When your mind feels loud, the natural reaction is to reach for your phone. Scrolling feels like relief, even though it usually isn't. It gives your mind something else to look at. For a few minutes, this can feel like it's working. The thought quiets down, replaced by photos, messages, videos. But the moment you put the phone down, the thought is often still there, waiting exactly where you left it. This pattern repeats itself day after day. Phone up, thought quiets. Phone down, thought returns. Nothing about the thought actually changes. Walking alone, without your phone, can feel boring compared to that. No music, no messages, just you, your thoughts, your footsteps. And that boredom is often exactly what an overthinking mind needs. Boredom has a bad reputation, but it isn't your enemy here. It's simply space, empty space, where your mind can finally settle. There's another layer to this, too. Overthinking doesn't happen at one fixed time. It can show up during work, late at night, lying awake in bed. There's no alarm for it. No clear moment that says, do the habit now. A morning habit has a clear, predictable moment. This one doesn't. Your loud mind might show up during a meeting, or cooking dinner, or falling asleep. Each time looks different. That makes it harder to build a simple response. This is exactly why this habit works differently from most others. It doesn't ask you to remember a time. It asks you to notice a feeling wherever you are. Many people believe they need to solve the thought immediately by thinking about it more. If something is bothering you, it feels responsible to keep analyzing it. Stepping away, moving your body instead, can feel like giving up, even though it usually isn't. Stepping away isn't giving up on the problem. It's simply giving your mind a short rest before returning to it with more clarity. There's a quieter reason this gets skipped, too. Walking without a phone can feel like wasted time. 10 minutes with no messages, no input at all, can feel unfamiliar, uncomfortable, especially at first. We've gotten used to constant input, music, messages, videos, always something. 10 quiet minutes can feel almost empty at first. None of this means something is wrong with you. Overthinking is something almost everyone feels at some point. It's not a personal flaw. It's simply how a busy, tired mind sometimes behaves. Think about someone you admire, someone who seems calm and steady. Even they overthink sometimes. Nobody is exempt from this. It's simply part of being human, with a busy mind and a busy life. Many people quietly believe their mind is just too busy to feel calm, but that's often not the full picture. Often, the mind hasn't had a real chance to quiet down, not because it can't, because nothing has interrupted the loop. Once you see it this way, the problem feels smaller. Your mind isn't broken. It simply hasn't had a reliable way out of the loop until now. That shift in thinking matters more than it seems. A problem that feels fixable is much easier to face than one that feels like a permanent part of who you are. Here's where a little science can help. Let's talk about what's really happening in your body and mind when you go for a short walk. Some research suggests physical movement, especially walking, shifts your attention away from repeating thoughts toward what's happening right now. Your feet on the ground, the air around you, the sounds nearby. Many people describe this shift as almost automatic. It happens without much effort once they start moving. The hardest part is usually just beginning. This is sometimes called being present, paying attention to this exact moment, not the past, not the future. Overthinking almost always lives in the past or future. Think about the last time you truly noticed your surroundings, without your phone in hand, the air, your own footsteps. Small details like these pull your attention out of the loop. The color of a door you walk past, the sound of a car nearby. None of this feels important, but it gives your mind something real to notice instead of an old repeating thought. Many people say a short walk helps them step out of a thought faster than trying to sit still and simply stop thinking. Trying to force a thought away often makes it stronger. Walking gives your mind something else to focus on. Think about trying not to think of something. The harder you try, the more it stays. Walking works differently. It doesn't fight the thought. It simply gives your attention somewhere else to go. Scrolling gives your mind hundreds of tiny things to react to, one after another. Walking gives your mind almost nothing new, just steady movement and quiet. That quiet is part of what makes it work. There's a second piece too. Movement itself seems to help many people feel calmer. Something as simple as walking can shift how your body feels, which often shifts how your mind feels too. Body and mind aren't as separate as they sometimes seem. A calmer body often leads to a calmer mind, even without any extra effort. Many people describe this as a kind of pressure release. The problem is still there, waiting, but their mind, for those 10 minutes, gets a small, real break. Think about a kettle. Steam builds up with nowhere to go until it's released. An overthinking mind can feel like that kettle. Walking gives the pressure somewhere to go. You've probably heard a kettle whistle right before the steam finally escapes. Your mind, before a walk, can feel a little like that. Full, building, waiting for a release. This doesn't fix everything, but releasing that pressure, even briefly, changes how the whole kettle feels. Your mind works the same way. The water inside the kettle stays the same, before and after, but the whole kettle feels lighter, calmer, once the steam has somewhere to go. Your mind can feel that same shift after a short walk. One walk won't erase every worry. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about giving your mind a break so you can return to it later with a clearer head. Some worries need more than a walk, but for the everyday loop of overthinking, this small habit often helps more than people expect. This is worth trying, even if you doubt it will work. Many small habits feel unlikely to help right up until the moment they actually do. So how do you actually use this habit without it feeling complicated? Here's what makes this different. You don't attach it to a fixed time. You attach it to a feeling. The moment you notice your mind feels loud, repeating the same thought, this might feel unusual at first. This one asks something different of you. Attention to your own inner state. Instead of attention to the clock, the trigger isn't a clock. It's a signal inside you, something you learn to notice over time. At first, you might not catch it right away. That's normal. Noticing a loud mind is its own small skill. Think about learning to notice you're thirsty. At first, you notice once you already feel dry. Over time, you catch the feeling earlier. Noticing a loud mind works the same way. Give yourself the same patience here. Nobody notices a new signal perfectly. On the first try, it takes a few tries before it feels clear. Once you notice it, the action is simple. Put your phone somewhere else, not your pocket, not your hand. Walk for about 10 minutes. Pay attention to what's around you. There's no need to overthink this part, which would be a little ironic, given our topic today. Just phone down, feet moving, eyes open to whatever is around you. Leaving your phone behind matters. Even having it nearby, turned off, still pulls at your attention. Leave it in another room. The walk feels more complete. You know this feeling already. A phone in your pocket, even silent, still sits in the back of your mind. Distance helps more than silence does. Being consistent doesn't mean doing this every day at the same hour. It means responding the same way every time that loud feeling shows up, once a week or several times a day. Consistency here looks different from most habits. It's not about a streak of days. It's about a steady, repeated response whenever the feeling actually appears. Over time, this response becomes automatic. The way reaching for water when you're thirsty feels automatic. You won't need to remind yourself forever. At that point, you won't need to decide anymore. Your mind will simply know the next step, the moment things start to feel loud. So here's your one action to use whenever your mind feels too loud. Whenever your mind feels too loud, take a 10-minute walk without your phone. That's it. No special shoes, no planned route, no destination. Just stepping outside, or even outside your room, and walking for a short while. The first few times might feel strange, almost like you're doing something wrong, walking without a reason. That feeling fades quickly once the walk feels familiar. You might even feel a little self-conscious, walking with no clear destination. That feeling belongs to almost everyone the first few times. It passes quickly. Maybe that means walking around your neighborhood, maybe a nearby park, or just up and down a quiet street. The place matters less than the fact that you're moving. Some people prefer a familiar route, walked many times before. Others prefer something new, a street they've never explored. Both work equally well. If you're at work, step outside the building, even just around the block. If you're at home, walk around your neighborhood, or even a quiet hallway. What matters most is the movement. If you're out in public, A short walk around wherever you already are works too. There's no wrong place, as long as your phone stays behind. Let's say the action one more time. Whenever your mind feels too loud, take a 10-minute walk without your phone. Can you try this? The next time your mind feels loud? I think you can. It takes 10 minutes. You already know how to walk. If you can't step outside right away, that's okay too. Just try the next time. This isn't about catching every single moment. It's about building a habit you return to. Missing one chance doesn't undo anything you've started. The habit is still there, waiting for the next time you need it. Some days, your mind might feel loud several times. Other days, not at all. Both are normal. This isn't about a fixed number of walks. It's about having a simple response ready. Don't count your walks or compare one week to another. Just notice, are you responding a little more often when your mind feels loud? That's the only measure that matters. If 10 minutes feels like too much, even 5 minutes helps. The exact number matters less than the act of stepping away. There's no perfect number to hit. Somewhere around 10 minutes is simply a helpful guide, not a strict rule you must follow exactly. Let's walk back through what we talked about today, slowly. Your mind sometimes repeats the same thought without you choosing it. Walking, without your phone, gently shifts your attention away from that thought, toward the present moment instead. None of this requires anything you don't already have. Just your own 2 feet and a few quiet minutes whenever you need them. Now, let's remember our key words from today. Overthinking means thinking about the same thing again and again. Exhausting means it makes you very, very tired. A loud mind means your thoughts feel noisy, hard to ignore. Overwhelming means it feels like too much, all at once. Present means paying attention to right now, not the past, not the future. Consistent means doing the same small thing every time you need it. Let's remember a few other small habits from today. 2. Stop comparing yourself to others online. Learn to say no, sometimes. Take care of your body. Set a simple daily routine. Write down a few thoughts. Find a hobby just for you. Accept that you don't have to be perfect. Choose friends who bring good energy. Break big goals into small steps. 9 small habits, all pointing toward the same goal. A calmer, steadier mind, built one small choice at a time. The next time your mind feels too loud, take a 10-minute walk without your phone. That's really all it takes. You already know how to walk. You already have 10 minutes somewhere in your day. Nothing new to learn, nothing new to buy. Just a skill you already have, used a little differently, at exactly the right moment. That one small walk might be exactly what your mind needed all along. Not because it fixes everything, but because it gives your mind one small, steady place to land on the loudest days. This habit won't stop overthinking from ever happening again. It simply gives you one clear response, ready whenever it does. That might sound small, but it isn't. Having one clear response, ready and waiting, changes how heavy those loud moments feel over time. Real change doesn't come from one perfect walk. It comes from returning to this same small response again and again. You don't need to catch every loud moment perfectly. You just need to remember one small action, ready for the next time your mind feels too full. If this helped you feel a little more ready for moments like this, follow along for more small daily habits, one simple step at a time. The next loud moment doesn't have to feel as heavy as the last one.